Bitcoin is the best asset to buy in 2026. And in this video, I'm going to explain you why is that. So first of all, Bitcoin is showing tremendous strength. We are at 72 almost. We've been starting to showing a bit more strength. I don't think the bottom is in. I think we're going to have a potential move towards 85, 90K. It's a really good supply zone. And after that, I think there is good chances that we might come again to 60, even 50K. But overall, I think this year is going to provide one of the best opportunities we ever had to buy Bitcoin. In times of war, I also think Bitcoin is a much better form of money than gold. As long as you have a Wi-Fi connection, it's far easier to hold, sell, buy Bitcoin. If you have gold, unless you're really rich, it's really difficult to transport. It's really difficult to sell. So in my opinion, especially in the case that we are having a war now in the Middle East, Bitcoin, I think, is a really good safe haven. So as you can see, Bitcoin really strong. What's impressive about this is we are at extreme fear 12. When Bitcoin capitulated around 16K, fear wasn't at 12, I think got to 16. So we are at extreme fear overall. When you look at every single bottom, we are at extreme fear. Again, we are around 12. We never had almost these kind of values. I think when you look at the long-term game for Bitcoin, this is a pretty good opportunity. Another thing I've been looking at is Bitcoin ETF flows. As you can see, the last 2 days were red, but today, yesterday we had again positive ETF flows. Last week was really strong. So I think institutions are showing that they are bullish in Bitcoin. So yeah, really bullish overall. So this is the terminal I use to invest, trade, make decisions. This is going to be launched in the next week or so and has everything you can think about crypto, macro. You can see the geopolitical situation, everything in one place. Also, if we look at the macro, I still think we're going to have a recession. I think we're going to have a recession between this and next year because the debt is at historic highs. We have a war now. Oil went almost to 120 now, returned to 80 something. But if the situation continues like this, with the Strait of Hormuz continues closed, where 20% of the oil comes, there is a good chance that oil goes above 100 again and stays there for a while. So until this situation with Iran, Israel, and USA stops, we're gonna have a tough time. As you can see here, so this is the monitor. I use this to check what's happening in real time. As you can see, this shows the Strait of Hormuz. This 33-mile passage controls 20% of the oil, not only oil, water, food. And if this is closed, the Middle East suffers immensely. China, 50% of the oil comes from here. Japan, I think, is around 75%. India is around 50% as well. So all the Asian countries are going to suffer a lot if this continues closed. So that's a reason for concern. If it continues closed for a few more days, it's going to disrupt the entire world. So now let's look at the chart of Bitcoin. So as you can see, we are starting to form a bottom, in my opinion, at least short term. I don't think this is the bottom of the cycle, but could be also between 60 and 50K could be. But in my opinion, we have a move towards this supply zone around 88 to 95. As you can see, daily momentum is still showing upwards potential. I still think we get to this area here, and Bitcoin should get between 87 and 96. If you look on the weekly as well, we could definitely get into this level and then reject. Actually, last cycle we had something similar where Bitcoin closed above the trend line. As you can see here, we went above but never actually had a proper close and then went down. So yes, we could see Bitcoin going again to 97 even to this supply zone here and then go back again to 60s. It's a possibility. Doesn't mean it will happen, but something I'm paying attention to. If it goes here and then comes down, it's going to be a massive opportunity. But even now, on the long term, buying between 70 and 50, I think is going to provide an amazing opportunity for Bitcoin. Also, if you look at the weekly, If we look at this one, has a bit more data. If we look at the weekly, we are at extreme lows every single time. When you look at momentum, every single time Bitcoin was around this level, extreme oversold, we had the bottom for Bitcoin. So I think between 70 and 50K is the bottom for Bitcoin. I know some people are saying 44. I don't see how Bitcoin goes to 44 unless we really have a world war, which could happen as well. But again, momentum is at the same level. The oscillator is at the same level than when Bitcoin was at 16K. So in terms of oscillator, which gave really good bottoms and tops, we are in a really good level as well. Now, if you look at Bitcoin dominance, this is also very important, especially for altcoins. Yeah, we closed below the trend line, as you can see here. This looks like a bottoming process, and I think we're going to at least going again to 63, 65. I think Bitcoin is going to be stronger than altcoins, at least most of them. Another very important chart is Bitcoin against Ethereum and altcoins against Ethereum as well. Let's look into it. So as you can see, Ethereum had a really strong 25, but again, is losing momentum. We could see Ethereum again going to the range lows. So if you look on the weekly, there is a chance that Ethereum comes again to the 0023. That's why I'm not bullish on altcoins other than Tau, Tensor, and Hyperliquid. I think all the other altcoins are not looking good. When I look at Ethereum against Bitcoin, we still have a bit more downside, as you can see, and after that, we probably have a bounce. Now let's look at the altcoins that are showing strength. Tau is one of them. If you look on the daily, this is a really bullish pattern. We are breaking above the trend line. As you can see, also starting to show bullish momentum on the trend line. So I could see easily Tau going to this supply zone around 250, and the level where we're going to have most resistance is this area here. So this area here for Tau, I think is going to be really difficult, and I think around here we're going to have a correction, but overall is a project I'm most bullish on. Another one is Hyperliquid, showing tremendous strength, momentum showing as well. We are, as you can see, showing bullish momentum above 36. This is going to fly. I think we could even go to 50. So a hype is showing momentum. Why? Because you can trade stocks, commodities, everything in one place. Is fast, cheap, decentralized. I think along with Tau, Tensor are the two best projects of this cycle. Also, I could say Zcash is very good too. I think privacy is a really important narrative, and I think it's going to be another project that is going to perform really, really well. So, and my last one, Solana. I think Solana is the best layer one. The chart is not looking good overall. On the weekly, as you can see, we have this really key level, but on the momentum again, we are in the same level than when Solana was at 10. So I think overall this is going to provide really good opportunities for a few altcoins, Tau, Hype, Solana, Bitcoin. Could also buy Ethereum. I think Solana is a best risk reward, better, and also Zcash. Those are the coins I'm looking at currently. If we look at the stock market, I honestly think we're going to have a correction this year for most stocks. As you can see for Nvidia, I think we're going to have Nvidia maybe around 150, and this is going to provide a really good buying opportunity. Every single time that we had midterm elections, stock market corrected between 10 to 15%. I think this time will not be different, and especially with the wars, sooner or later, I think we're going to have a correction. If that happens, I'm going to be buying Nvidia. I'm going to be buying AMD. I think it's only really good competitor to Nvidia. I think Robinhood, really undervalued, is another project that I think is going to do very well. If this comes to 50, I'm going to buy also a good bag of Robinhood. I think Amazon also is going to do very, very well. So I'm still bullish. I just think we're going to have a correction for the stock market. When that happens, I'm going to be buying. Thank you very much.